Hi fam, back with another excerpt from Healing Unhinged today. And if you're like, Lens, what's Healing Unhinged? It is the book that I wrote back in 2024. It's a book of lessons and wisdom and knowledge that I gained during my healing journey up until that point, and it's linked on over in my bio if you feel called to grab a copy of it. I would love for you to check it out. And the purpose behind all these books, or the way that they came about, was I went on a combo medicine journey when I was in Costa Rica, and I had 3 different books pour out of me in about 2.5 to 3 weeks. And it's wild because it's the first book that I've ever quote unquote published. It's self-published on Amazon under Kindle, and recently I just decided we're just going to create the PDF and everyone can have a digital copy of it, because we live in a digital world right now. And although I love paperback copies, it's not something that's been a huge priority as someone who can't carry paperback books all the time or has had an address to send them to. So you can grab a copy of it. It's linked on in my bio. Obviously, one-time purchase gets you a lifetime copy. So I have had many people ask if I will do an audiobook version of it, which I likely will. But for now, I'm feeling called to just do little excerpts and honestly just talk about the energy behind each chapter, but also the energy that the collective is moving through. And I feel like this chapter that I was guided to pick today is very much what the collective has been moving through. So without further ado, chapter 8 today is called Chaos. And these books, by the way, guys, were written very similar to Chicken Soup for the Soul, if you ever read those books when you were a kid. So they're short format. The book is only 77 pages long. Starts with a poem, has about a page to 2 pages of info, and then it has a channeled song at the end of every chapter. There's a playlist that goes along with the book. It's linked on over in my Spotify, which is also linked in my bio. So here we go. Chaos. Chaos ensues. It moves in waves that come crashing down on you. When you least expect it, chaos consumes, it enthralls, it buries itself deep within your being. With its claws so deep you fight, and fight like hell to get out of it, for chaos is meant to drown you. It is meant to suffocate you, leaving no room for air, but if you can catch a breath and pull with all your might, you might be able to claw your way back out of it. And the story. All around you, chaos moves. Do you choose to focus on it? Do you choose to bypass it? For when you focus on chaos, chaos will continue to exist. For what you focus on is mirrored back to you. So if you do not focus on the chaos, but instead focus on the calm, the universe will mirror calmness back to you. Chaos is meant to disturb you. It creeps deep inside your bones, gets under your heart space, and stirs up everything that you do not wish to face. It puts you face to face with pieces of yourself, you know, the ones that are so uncomfortable, it makes you crawl out of your skin. And probably scrunch your face like that too, right? You could not bear to look at them, for chaos is a disruptor. It is not meant to thrive. But if you focus on it and let it thrive, for a period of time, it will consume you. And over time, it will consume your whole being, day in and day out. Chaos is a choice to focus your energy on that which is within you, to look at the darkness and bring forth the light. For in the light, chaos does not stand a chance, because chaos thrives in darkness. Chaos will destroy everything in its path if it's given the chance. So find the light, and don't give chaos the chance to run like the wind. And the song is called Chaos by I Prevail. Highly recommend. It's a great song. And like I said, it's linked in my bio. But I really feel like, especially as someone who thrived in chaos for so long. I mean, I worked in the ER for 2.5 years as a nurse, and a good part of that was through COVID. And also just growing up and being in a slightly chaotic environment, you know, I think that's the same for a lot of people. Chaos becomes your norm. And when there's not chaos, you think that there's something wrong, right? But really, Chaos is a choice. And when you choose chaos, you will be shown chaos. And when you choose the light, you will be shown a calm, beautiful light. And I experienced this recently, being here in Central Oregon, especially around my birthday back in July. We were dealing with a lot of wildfires and being on edge about having to pack up and leave and not sure where we would go or what we would do, and just constantly being on high alert. It felt like constant chaos. And I just remember being like, this is not mine. Like, I have experienced so much chaos in my life, but this does not feel like mine. Like, I have really cultivated a deep sense of peace and calm in my life, and I cultivate that every single day. And so it was wild to experience that much chaos, that much internal destruction, if you will. And I'm grateful for the experience, even though it was a wild one. I'm grateful for it. But it also taught me a lot. It taught me how to find the light. It taught me how to stay grounded. And knowing that I can be the calm in the chaos, as my sister likes to call it. That's a gift, honestly, that I'm able to do that. And I feel like as this, the rest of this year unfolds and the collective has been moving through a lot of chaos, right? There's been a lot of chaos within ourselves, within the country, and the more that you can come back to yourself, the more that you can choose peace, the more that you can ground and choose a calm, centered state and come back to center, the less chaos you'll experience. Because like I said, chaos is a choice. And if you continue to choose chaos, that will continue to be mirrored back to you in your external reality. And the minute you say no or stop, and you just allow yourself to come back to yourself and to center, you'll see the difference. And it's honestly really beautiful. So yeah, choose the calm over the chaos today and every day going forward. That's my little nugget of wisdom for you. And if you feel called to grab a copy of this book, like I said, it's linked in my bio. It's called Healing Unhinged. And yeah, feel free to let me know what you think. Drop a comment if this resonates. Like, share, subscribe, as always. All my books, my guides, my one-on-one offers, everything is linked on the link in my bio. And yeah, thank you so much for being here. I hope you have a magical day whenever this finds you, and I'll see you on the next one.